All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It is January 7th, 2020. How many of you have gotten that wrong when you've been writing a check or something? My name's Crystal Small, and I just wanted to welcome you all. I wanted to let you know that our small team has been doing Tuesday night calls, and we have just booked some really awesome people coming up. So we're just going to put the invite out there. You're all welcome to come and hear what these people have to say. I think we can all learn from everyone else, right? So that's going to be, I think I've got 3 months booked. So whenever you're available, come on and hear what people are sharing. So tonight we have the amazing Jen Bennett. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jen. You have absolutely seen her amazing work. She's the artist for all of the banners in Forever Pack and Forever Pack Business. She is just a miracle worker when it comes to graphics. And I just want to talk a little bit about her in case you guys aren't familiar with who she is. But Jen is a 4-star Golden Circle, 2-star Crystal Executive. She's been with Isagenix for about 5 years, a little over 5 years, I think. Jen is in the Start 1000 group. And so, you know, she's definitely done the work. I think at one point, if not today, she'll probably share with us how she, you know, kind of had this amazing first couple of months, really amazing first year, but really amazing first month. So we'll put that on the docket, Jen, to talk again. She's got a little boy named Chase, who's almost 3, her husband, Andrew. They live part-time in Vermont and part-time in Massachusetts. And I just have to tell you that on a daily basis, Jen inspires me, she encourages me, and undeniably, you know, her passion to improve everyone, especially in this Forever Pack community, but really everyone she comes in contact with, it's just, it's undeniable. And she has such a passion for improving people's health, empowering people to really understand that they have, you know, the ability to improve their health and to make healthy choices. She's one of the most passionate people I can say I've ever met. So anyway, let's just introduce Jen. Thanks, Jen.
Awesome. Thanks, Crystal. You are so sweet, and truly one of my favorite things of Isagenix is all these friendships. And so I'm just so grateful that Isagenix brought us together, and I'm so excited to be here tonight and to share just some of the stuff that I've been working on. Because as Crystal said, really, one of my goals is to leverage my skills and so forth that, you know, I've accumulated in my professional career, and how I can help people use this whole concept of inbound marketing, attraction marketing, branding yourselves, and leveraging the team to really take off. So I was doing some more research on this whole concept of watch parties, and I had said something to Dave MacArthur. I'm like, Dave, you do all this, you know, incredible presentations and science and sharing. I was like, we really need to like start doing watch parties, because I think we can make them go viral on Facebook. And, you know, how fun would that be, and how duplicatable is that? So really my vision of these watch parties, and so of course Dave was like, I showed him, he got excited, and then he just got to work creating his, you know, incredible videos and content. And so we have created a foundation for everyone to really start leveraging this and having this whole, you know, watch party from your home, from your couch, right? And, you know, this is not, and I just want to add, this is not to take away from doing sip and samples and, you know, face-to-face meetups or going to events. And, you know, there's so many incredible things that you can do to build this business. But this is just another tool for that. But one of the things I'm really excited about with this concept is, because I've always believed that we can help everyone share Isagenix with at least 5 people. I don't know why that number is in my head, but that's always been the number in my head. Like, we at least all have 5 people that we can share with. And so if we can make it easier and easier for people to do that, and I also think it's so important to, in doing this and to really be a professional network marketer, is to inspire people, right? To educate people, and to not, you know, no one ever wants to feel like they're selling, right? And so how cool is it if, you know, you graphics and images in your stories and your Instagram and your Facebook, right? And so then you can do teasers, and so then people know what you're doing, and then you're going to be doing these watch parties on your wall, and people are going to start to come to you, right? That's the whole concept of this attraction marketing, inbound marketing, where, you know, your vibration, being part of this bigger team, are going to just start attracting people to you, so you don't feel like you're selling. So that is my goal with this tool. So I'm going to just show you the document I put together. And any questions, feel free to interject. But I hope that this walkthrough will give just a good idea of, you know, how to set up the watch parties the best. Because, you know, we kicked off the watch party last week, right? And I'm really grateful that we did that, but I made some errors along the way, and nothing bad, but once this is done and once we kick off the next one tomorrow night, I'm going to actually delete the first one, because I want people to, I don't want people sharing that one, because it actually can't go viral. And I'll explain a little bit more about what I mean by that. So this is the guide I created. It will be a PDF that will be uploaded, just so you know, in the file section of Forever Pack Business. I'll notify you. I might also probably create something too in the unit section as well. Just kidding. You know, it's really, we can't do units in Forever Pack Business, so it will be in the file section. I guess Facebook hasn't turned that feature on in every group yet. But that's okay. So you will find this in the file section of Forever Pack Business. So you can download it, print it, you can look at it, but I promise you, once you do this a few times, it will make sense. And it's more of these little nuances of understanding how it works and how things originate. But once you do it, it will make sense. So first off, in order to get these videos and content, I have that content in the Forever Pack, Forever Pack page. And, you know, the reason I put it here, well, one, we kind of have units there, but two, I really, you know, not everyone is in Forever Pack Business. I encourage you to start inviting everyone into Forever Pack Business, because you know, our financial opportunity is just as exciting as our health opportunity. But I want to just make sure that, again, every person knows this information, right, and can see it right out of the gate. So I'm just going to go into, Forever Pack really quick. I did not mean to click through that one. Here, I'm going to open up a new tab. So you'll see it's right here in the unit section, okay? So you're gonna click here, and then you're gonna scroll down to the bottom, you're gonna look for watch parties. And then within that, you're gonna look for the Dropbox link. So I'm just gonna actually go into the group, since we're on a live, just so you can see what I'm referring to. So the unit section, if you are on your phone device, this status bar is at the top, and you just have to like toggle through. So head on over here to units. And then just to make units grow more stuff, just to make it the watching at the the last unit. So just scroll to the bottom and hit see more. And this is where you can download the original videos. So I'm going to click on this example here. And when you click on this link, it's going to take you to the original videos. And so I just wanted to share that with everyone first, because I know that was a big question of getting the videos. And that is where you're going to go to access the content. Now, in the unit section, something else that you can do. Oh, you know, I meant to, that's all right. Yours, you won't have all this white space, but essentially, because I created it, but essentially there'll be a little like done button. So as you do these different actions, you can, I'm sorry, it's right here. You can hit done. So I do encourage you, if you haven't seen all these videos, to just go through and just watch them all, so you know which video is what when you're sharing them, you know, for future watch parties. So I'm going to head back on over here. Now you're going to click on this Dropbox link, and I want to show you. So when you click on this link, the thing's going to pop up, right? And this is what it's going to look like with the videos. So I'm going to be adding more video content to here, but this is where you literally would go, right? And you're going to hit this button up here, download, and then you can download the video to your personal device, right? Now, I'm going to continue to do that. And so you'll be able to, you know, to have access. Let me see if I can copy link address. I just want to show you what it looks like here, because the viewing's a little different versus being signed in. Right, so I'm adding more videos. And this is where you can either sign in to your Dropbox if you have a Dropbox, you want to save them there, or you just hit download and you're going to do a direct download, and then you're going to, right, save it to your desktop. So that's how you get the videos. Now, like I said, I'll be adding stuff, but maybe there's a video that you want to do in your own personal watch party. There's two tools I wanted to share with people on how I scrub a video off of online. One of them is Clip Grabber. So I'm not going to go into too much detail with these things. Like, they're pretty self-explanatory. This may or may not be for you. It's a little bit it's a little more technical, but not too bad. You literally just copy and paste the YouTube link into Clip Grabber, right? And then you can save that file, right? So you have the original file on your computer. Something to keep in mind though, however, is that videos take up a lot of space. So if you start saving these to your desktop and your laptops, they could get slower. So I recommend when you're uploading and saving them, save them to something like a Dropbox that's not linked to you, right? It's all in the cloud, or I personally have iCloud Drive. So it doesn't eat the, doesn't eat the storage on my laptop. That's also another benefit of, you don't have to do any of this. You can just leverage the stuff that I've also created, so you don't have to worry about if that's annoying. But there might be, like I said, there might be a couple videos that are unique to a watch party that you're hosting on your personal wall that, and that's a tool. The other tool is getstuff.com. Now, if you're on Facebook or Vimeo and you wanted to get that original video, you can go here to getstuff.com and you put the link in here and it will give you the original MP3 file of the video. Now, the reason you have to do this is essentially making you now the original owner of the content, so you can download it. One thing that I just want to say is that when you are doing this, make sure that you're staying compliant, right? And because technically these are third-party scrubbing tools from online, and I just, if a video wasn't intended to be public, like, you have to use your judgment and honor that. When I'm grabbing a lot of this stuff, it's like an Isagenix, corporate video, right? Or something that I created or Dave created in those situations, that it's safe. But, I just want to, go be respectful. Don't be like in someone's private group and then, scrubbing videos off of their thing and then putting it publicly, if that makes sense.
Hey, Jen, can I just add to that real quick? There's been a couple of things that I've gotten, I don't even know how, over the years, even with telomeres and such. And I've showed it to Dave and he's like, oh, that's a good one. But, they say a diagnosis and we really shouldn't do that. So if you've got any questions about if this is something that, we can share with people publicly, sometimes one-on-one sharing is different, right, than a watch party. I would encourage you to just ask, because you don't want to get in trouble. And we certainly don't want to, get the company in trouble, for sure.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point. So that's a little more of the upfront stuff I just wanted to share, because I know that was a lot of questions I was getting from people, is how do I download the original video? So that's the steps you're going to do. But if all of that was like confusing and like, you don't want to deal with that, the good news is that you don't have to do that, because I created this whole other process, and you can just leverage things in all the watch parties that are going to be coming out of the Forever Pack group. So as you know, we did our first one last week, right, on New Year's Day to kick off the new year. And again, this document you can read through, but there's a couple of things that I just wanted to note. So I'm going to start a watch party kickoff for a week starting tomorrow night. So every night at 8:30 Eastern, I'm going to do a watch party of content that will be anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes long. The reason I want to do that is I want to get all the content live public in the Forever Pack group, so everyone can take that content and disperse it wherever your heart desires on Facebook, right? And do whatever watch party you want, whether, whatever group it's in, your personal wall. So I'm going to do that for you, so it's all there. And then after that, starting next Wednesday, like once a week, just like Dave does the, Forever Pack presentation calls on Monday nights, on Wednesday nights, I'm going to host a watch party, and we'll have different content, premiering for that. But just to get everything out there, I'm going to just commit to, doing a kickoff for the next week. So, this was the first one, and when a watch party is happening live in the group, something I really want to, and I know we're all figuring this out right now, and it's just, we don't all know what we're doing and what we're clicking on, and so I want to explain that now, so just to, so we can make the most out of it. When a watch party is happening live, I really encourage everyone to just participate in that live watch party in the Forever Pack group, so we can get the most out of it. One of the reasons why I wanted, why I really wanted to start the whole process of the watch party in the Forever Pack group is because it's also going to encourage us all to invite people to that product page, that prospect page. And, myself, just for promoting this one last week, I added, 10 people to, new people to the Forever Pack group. And now they're being dripped on, right? They can browse content, check things out at their own will. And now they're forever in that page unless they choose to take themselves out of it, right? So that is one reason why I wanted to really do that on a consistent basis. So we all have something to kind of push for or towards, right? And adding people into the page so they can see that watch party, that initial one. So the other thing is when it's happening live on the page, I encourage everyone to, when it's live, you can invite people into it, right? Or you could tag someone in it in the comment section so they can get notified. But we really want to create, a lot of energy and comments and excitement. So I believe the first one on New Year's Day, right? We had just, I think, about 70 people that were live for the 20 minutes and over 150 comments, which is awesome. So when you have, more and more people showing up, and imagine when these numbers get to be in the hundreds, people are going to be like, what the heck is going on, right? And are going to be more curious. So I think it'd be awesome for us to all put that energy toward it, right? That whole concept of power in numbers. Now, these watch parties aren't going to be super long, right? My goal is to really keep them under 20 minutes because, people will get notified that a watch party is happening. People will pop in and they'll hear something, like pieces of it, and they're like, and then we'll be like, oh, you know what? That's what my friend was talking about. I should go back, right, and check it out. It's all creating curiosity. Now, as soon as the watch party is over, there's a replay option, and it's gonna say replay, right? And then that's when this button right here of create a watch party is going to, and that's when you can now take this content and post it on your personal wall right? So the watch party, you know, series that we'll be publishing in the Forever Pack group, you can literally just hit a button, and then now you are going to be streaming it on your personal wall, or streaming it on another Facebook group that you run or manage, or even just a member of, for that matter. So, you know, these aren't that long. So it's literally like, you know, 15 minutes later, now you can host the party wherever you want to host it. And then now you're the host of it, right? And you're organized, you're the main lead behind it. And I'm going to show more of how that all works out. Does anyone have any questions so far? Crystal, if you can just keep an eye on the chats if there's anything that people are saying.
Yeah, nothing so far. I actually have a question. I always have a question.
Yeah.
When you do these initial watch parties this week, are you going to do like a hashtag with the name of it or something? So say like 4 months from now, I can find it?
Yep. I will. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Great question. Let me, I'll show you. I'll get to that, but that's a good question. Let me see. Are some people? Oh, the other thing I wanted to say too, and I put this as point 3, when you're doing your own watch parties, right? So we'll have a big watch party in the Forever Pack group, and there could be a lot of excitement and questions and things happening, right? And then you do the same watch party on your wall and there's crickets, right? Don't be discouraged, right? Because when we were running the test watch party, Dave, Crystal, and I, it was running on my wall, and I wasn't really, you know, managing it, but the content was just, the video was going, and a couple people were popping in and out. And then one mom then sends me a text message and saying, I didn't get to finish watching that video you had, but I'm really interested. Can you send me more information? Right? And so, but if you saw the watch party on my personal wall, there wasn't really a lot of like comments, engagements, or people live, but now she's in our Forever Pack community, right? She attended the Monday night call, and now she's plugged in. So, you know, like anything, so the right eyeball is seeing that content, right? That view, it doesn't matter, you know, if there, you know, a view is a view. So don't be discouraged if there's not as much going on initially as you're getting into the, you know, groove of doing this stuff. So hosting a watch party, to Crystal teamed me up. So there's 2 ways that you can do the watch parties, right? One is, so to Crystal's point, if you wanted to go back and look for an old watch party. So what I'm going to make sure that I'm doing these watch parties that, you know, Dave and I will be hosting, we're going to tag hashtag watch party and hashtag Forever Pack Tour. See, right here. So you can go to the search box, okay? And you'll notice that the watch parties that are part of this like bigger movement tour, I'm gonna always put Forever Pack Tour in front of it. And there'll be those 2 hashtags so you can find it. So in this example, you go into Forever Pack, you type in watch party, then this is gonna pop, these are the different watch parties. It just pulls in for the image, just pulls in whatever the banner is. So if you actually click on this watch party, for example, this pop-up happens right here, okay? And then that's where you can create a watch party, right? And you're gonna click that button. And then from there, you are gonna go in the upper left-hand corner, and you're gonna choose to, where it says share in group. And then that's where you can select if you wanna share it on your timeline, if you wanna share it in another group, or you wanna share it on a page that you manage. Maybe you have a page, right? You're gonna put in your own content, you know, text here, you're gonna hit start. That's one option. Or, you know, this upper option is if you're posting on your personal wall. If you want to do it in a group, then you're going to still put the text in up here, but you're going to hit start, and then it's going to put it in the group that you selected. Now, you cannot host watch parties in multiple places at the same time, or you'd have to recreate it again. I think you can do it at the same time, but you'd have to do another one, right? So you can't hit start in like 3 groups right here. You are only going to have one selection, so just keep that in mind. Now, I was just fooling around with some stuff, and I did notice that if This is the desktop view. If you're doing it from your phone, the verbiage is a little bit different. This is a little small here, but essentially, make it bigger actually. It says news feed. So instead of saying share in the group button, it's going to say news feed, and then it's going to go on the personal wall. Or let me get this thing on my. And then the other button is, instead of saying create watch party, it says try it, right? Because you're to start your own watch party. So that's where you're going to create it. Now, this scenario right here is, what I hope is just going to make it super easy and duplicatable, is like, you're not going to really have to think about as much, because like, we're going to do the series, you can, and also, by the way, when you're at this point too here, when you're creating the watch party, you can hit add videos right here. When you hit the add video button, I didn't do a screenshot of that. You could add a video, or you could delete a video. So let's say, last week when I did 3 videos, you didn't like one of them, or you wanted to swap one for whatever reason, because your audience, you can remove one and then you can add one. So you do always have that option when you're now creating it, even if you're taking content from, a previous held watch party. So, this is set up so you can just literally hit a couple buttons, and then all you're doing is managing the chats, right? Now that you're the host, right? And engaging with people in that conversation. Now, something that I also did, because it does take time to do all this, and again, I just wanted to make it super simple for everyone. Videos have to be public if we want them to go viral and like worldwide, or whatever you want to call it, on Facebook. So what I have a personal public page. So what I did is I just took time to like upload all of the videos there, so they're all in one place for like anyone to access. I put it on because I felt this was an easier viewing option for people. So essentially, if you go to my public page at Healthpreneur Mom, and you're gonna so this is what it looks like, and you just click on videos right here, you're gonna see, again, I put Forever Pack Tour and then the title of the video, and I'm gonna be uploading them all here. And this is just where I'm gonna like stream from, because I know the videos aren't gonna get, deleted or edited, that this is like, you can rest assured that any video that you share from here is always going to be made available. Because something important to understand is, if you have, let's say the video originated, I didn't put this in the text, but let's just say like the video originated from the Forever Pack group. The video was just uploaded into the Forever Pack group, right? Forever Pack group is a private group, okay? So if you were to share that video outside of Forever Pack, because the original video file was uploaded into the page, it's now considered a private video. Does that make sense? If I get some head nods. So then if you were to share outside of it and it's on your personal wall, what's going to happen is that the only people that are going to see it on your personal wall are people that are in Forever Pack, right? Not another bystander. And I actually, as I'm talking through, I have a picture of that. I can do a little screenshot just so you know what I'm talking about. So this is just a public page that I have. So everything's originating outside of Forever Pack, right? Because we want it to original video file to reside outside of the Forever Pack group, so it can go wherever. So so when if you want to just do like your own order of videos, right, and not leverage one of the pre-created ones that I'll be doing like every Wednesday, and the kickoff I'm going to be doing over the next week. There's going to be a lot of content, so you don't have to, but I just want to show people, if you did want to do something different order wise, right, or timing wise, I'll be putting all these videos here as well, so you can just save them. So what you need to do is you're going to click on videos, you're going to click on these 3 buttons, and you're going to hit save video. And then once you save the video, then it's now saved in your Facebook like queue. So now when you're on your personal wall, what you're going to do is you're going to hit watch party, right? Because now you can see I'm logged in as myself. All these videos are now under the saved section of here. So you can see these are all the saved Forever Pack Tour videos, and I can add them to my queue, right? And then you hit done, and this is what it would look like. Now you're going to add your text here, right? And make sure, I encourage, it's up to you, but when you do it, I encourage to keep things public, right? So when you have people in your downline sharing and like, you know, that you're not connected with, everyone can see it, but you can change that setting there. And then now you're starting the watch party yourself. Now, I wanted to show you an example of what does that look like, because the video file, right, is originating from a random person's public wall. And so I logged in as Andrew. Actually, no, that's not true. I logged in as someone else, and I had Andrew host the watch party just to make sure that it was visible. This is where I was like testing it out to confirm that Andrew is a member, right, in Forever Pack. And I did this video earlier, this watch party earlier in the day. And so I had him share it on his wall, right? And then I logged in as a third party person. And Andrew is not friends with this third party person. And this, third party person was able to watch it. And that's the whole goal behind this, is making sure we're setting everything up so it is officially like out there and can go viral. And anyone who lays eyes on it and wants to share it, you know, can keep sharing and paying, you know, the information forward. So this is what it looks like. So Andrew, you can see Andrew is hosting the watch party. So it's going to say, you know, you as the new host is hosting a watch party. I just did testing. Obviously, you're going to put something else here. At the bottom, Forever Pack Tour, the brilliant minds behind the products is how I titled it. You can't edit that title, so like that stays there, right? Since I created the original save. And then right here in the smaller text, it says Healthpreneur Mom. If you, and I'm just pointing that out, so that's, you know, what it looks like. But as far as like the pop-up screens, and the comments and hosting, everyone knows that it's you hosting it. So all the engagement is going to go back to you, because it's all live on your wall. It's not connected at all to that public page, right? This doesn't pop up over there or anything like that. And the other thing I just wanted to point out, so these are all in the saved sections because you saved these videos off of the wall. You can go on Isagenix wall too, right? When Isagenix does videos, you could save a video on Isagenix Facebook page, and you could also add these to your queue, and they would also be in your saved section. I save videos all the time, right? From Dave's training and Mechanic to Millionaire to Isagenix stuff to other Isagenix leaders. Everything that you do is going to go into the save section. Just keep in mind that when you're doing some of those things, if their wall is not public, right? If it's on a private page like Isagenix Business, for example, let's just, this example I think will resonate. Let's say I'm in Isagenix Business and there was a great video that Trudy Maples did. I saved it, so it goes in my save folder in Facebook, right? Now, if I was to stream that video on my personal wall, because that video originated in a private group, Isagenix Business is private, right? It's not public. The only people that would see it is people in Isagenix Business, right? But they would see it on my personal wall. If you're not in Isagenix Business, right, then you would just see, a message comes up like you can't view the content, you don't have access or something like that. That's all. Now, if you don't want to use the saved video feature and you want to do under my video feature, then what you need to do is you would have to go and individually download every single video on your personal wall before you do the watch party, and then that's how it would then show up as, just the whatever title, right, of your original thing. So that is pretty much and I can go through a live example right now, but this is just like the guide I wanted to like walk through. And like any questions, I just wanted to add, if anyone has questions, you know, please ask them in Forever Pack Business, because I can't answer the questions one-off, because I do get asked a lot of questions. And even if you think that it's only a couple of minutes, like if I get that times 10, it just ends up being a lot. So, you know, I want to help people, and, you know, so any questions or something that's unclear, if you post it in the Forever Pack Business page and tag me in it, because I guarantee if you have that question, then someone else has that question, and then I can just field it there so everyone can benefit from that Q&A. And also, like, someone else might know the answer too, so someone else might be able to get back to you faster as well. So I can go do like an example now, but does anyone have any other questions, concerns, anything that I left out or is unclear?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was good tutorial, step by step. When you shared, and Andrew shared, and you took it from the page, were there people that were outside of that able to, so they can see it, but were they able to comment?
You know, yeah, I think, yeah, as long as your page is,
Because we were playing with it yesterday, the day before, and we could get it to share, and other people could see it, but no, they weren't able to comment.
are you sure that's not a setting that someone has on their wall where they don't let
Possible
comment? For example, like I can see Kathy Coover's wall, right? But I'm not friends with Kathy Coover. I can follow her. I'm not friends with her on Facebook. So I can see the comments, but I can't comment. So I'm going to guess that that's a feature that you can choose to allow your friends to comment. So that's a setting in Facebook there you would want to decide if you want to turn on or turn off.
Gotcha.
And essentially, if you want to allow anyone to comment on your wall, or if you only want to allow friends or friends of friends to comment on your wall, that's why.
Right.
So
Okay.
depending on how you're streaming this out, you might want to allow essentially anyone to comment.
Okay. So you run inside the Forever Pack, and once that's done and it's on a replay, then anybody can share that anywhere. Okay.
Right.
And there's no restrictions.
No, because I put them all on a public page, essentially.
Okay.
So what I messed up the first one is that I had uploaded them to Forever Pack page, and Forever Pack is a private page. So when we were dispersing it, some people were seeing them and some people weren't. And that's because, you know, we are very cross-connected in our Isagenix family. So,
right.
You know, so that's, and the thing is if any video ever gets deleted from the original source, then it literally just wipes it off, like, everyone, everywhere. So it's just
important. But if you've downloaded them from the Dropbox, then you should not have that issue ever, right? With that.
Then, unless you accidentally delete it. If you accidentally deleted it or removed it from your wall, then yeah. And just because you can download multiple videos yourself, like I could download a video to Forever Pack, and I could download the same video to my public page. You want to make sure that you're titling those different, because even though it's the same video, Facebook still sees it as a separate video. So you delete the wrong one, right? Or you upload the wrong one, then you could be uploading a private video versus a public video. Does that make sense?
That totally makes sense. Okay, thank you. And I know we'll all get better at it as we as we practice a little more.
Yeah, for sure. And
so last night, I don't know if you want to talk about like what happened last night as the watch party was going on and however all the other ones got started, and so how to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, so that was one of the things just I had mentioned like in the very beginning part of when a watch party's happening, like a scheduled one. I encourage everyone to just stay active in that as it's live, right? So we can all contribute to the masses. And then when it's over, then you can share it out of the group. I personally, and I'm not really sure how this will like kind of all play out because it's like one of those things where we'll have to use our judgment. I would personally would rather see all the comments of like one watch party string stick within that as much as possible versus because it stays up on replay versus someone starting a new one in the group like right after, because then you're going to have like 4 watch parties of the identical watch party series, like all back to back to back within like the bigger feed of Forever Pack, if that makes sense. So I personally think, and again, it's a judgment thing, right? And I think when people were sharing it, because you get notified, it was just confusing, like, of how to share outside. So tomorrow when we do our second watch party again, and I'll post this on the Forever Pack business page, we'll all as leaders can hop on the Zoom so we can be chatting on the Zoom as the watch party is happening. When the watch party ends, what we could do is we could walk everyone through how to properly now share that watch party that just ended to your personal page or your personal group page. And it's not a big deal. It's just, it's the little nuances and it's confusing in the beginning. So let's see, because this is an example right here. And I don't know, like maybe this is okay. So I did this watch party earlier and then this person, and now it's on replay, but had some comments and engagement and so forth. Right. So, and so I just did this right before, right? And this also has comments and some likes and so forth. So I just, I think if you, I guess, again, it's a judgment thing, but if you see a watch party and there's already 2 videos of this one, I would really encourage people to instead just comment and engage on these 2 that have already are out there. And then if you want to, you would create a watch party, right? And this is where you're going to go up here and I'm going to share it on my timeline instead, right? And I'm just going to.
And I think that's where the confusion's coming in, is because how you see it said Forever Pack at the top. If you don't change that out, that's why I think people think they're sharing them out on their timeline, but it's just sharing it right back into the page.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you have to click on this, share on your timeline. If you did share in group, right, it's going to go in the Forever Pack group or on a page you manage. So you do share on timeline. And then again, you can change the setting here, right? This is where you can add videos, right? This is a saved because these are all pulling from the public page that I have, right? They're going to be under saved, versus my videos are videos that I've personally have uploaded into other groups. Now I can tell you, for example, this video right here, I uploaded it to Forever Pack business page. So if I was to add it in this queue, the only people that are going to see that video in this page are the ones that are in Forever Pack business. So that's why, again, Forever Pack Tour, look for those big bold numbers, letters at the beginning of the title. You'll know that those originated on an outside page that, can be allow the content to go viral. So then I would hit start and now it's going to post on my page. And, if I wanted to do this instead into a group, then I would choose the group here, right? So, what I could do is, here, I'll just do it.
Now in this scenario, would it do both? It would go to your timeline and it would go to the group?
No, do one at a time. You have to do it again.
Okay, because it had share on my timeline and then you clicked group. So it's not going to start in both places, right?
No, because I wrote that essentially. It was like that or that, you know. I just clicked on it initially. I don't think.
Your research,
In a
and
second.
he's truly a leader in this
Here,
industry
so
and
now,
has changed so many.
Right, so now if you go into Forever Pack business page, right? This thing in my way and I can't see. Now if you go in Forever Pack business page, right, it's showing Jennifer's watch party and Forever Pack business, right? And I can see all these people popping up in here.
Many lives with his amazing product.
Right, and people are waving their hands, and I can, right, you can, where do you invite? You can invite people right here, like I'm the host, right? I can add a co-host. When you click on this image right here, you can broadcast yourself. Here. Hey, Forever Pack friends, we are just doing a quick little testing live example for watch parties. So please look for some updates and guides and so forth, because this watch party is not going to last. Okay, so I'm going to end here, but this is where you can do that. And the video will do an overlay, and just, I wrote this in the notes, but the overlay only happens for the original one. It doesn't stay in the replays or stay if someone's to share it out. So, right, so this is now like the watch party, all the comments, content is being hosted and stored wherever it's happening, whether it's a group or a page. I'm going to just go to my personal, I'm going to leave this page.
So if you wanted to do an intro video or like an intro to your video, the only place that you can do that where it will stay is to record one prior to and add that as your first video in the queue.
Correct. Yep. Correct. Yep. So that's where you would then upload a video, and then you could have something like that if you wanted to. Otherwise, your intro overlay is just going to be for those live viewers. But yeah, it only does one. It never went on my personal wall. Oops. I have too many screens open now. I lost the document. I'm gonna go back to the group. But so let's see. Which is, I think I have. So now if we go over here into Forever Pack Business, that is where the content is.
Jen, I don't know if it's just me, but your screen's frozen. Is anybody else seeing that?
Yeah, it's frozen.
Yeah, try to
one
unshare
second.
and reshare and see if it will unfreeze.
I accidentally hit pause. Let me see. Resume share. Resume share is not working. Yep, okay. It froze for some reason. There you go. So now it's playing over here, but I'm going to stop it just because I don't. There's 5 people watching. Do I stop it? Or do I keep it? Anyways, I can keep it. It's gonna go. The thing is that you want to remember to, you're obviously hosting now, right? And you're going to be active in it. You really want to end it right away. That way it does. Otherwise, Facebook is just going to choose some Facebook ads for you, or videos, content to go at the end.
Is there a way to stop that from happening?
Well, my recommendation is to, and it's actually something that I'm going to create, just like a backdrop, like image, right? And it'd be a video, right, of 20 seconds, 30 seconds, right? So it's something you can upload in the beginning and the end. So if you want to talk over it of a live one, right? Or I didn't mean to delete that. I meant to end it. Sorry, 5 people that were watching. Yeah, so we, I'll do that. And then I at least recommend putting that at the end. So that way you have like 30 seconds and it's not, you know, throwing in random content.
Yeah, like the guy drinking beer who keeps showing up on all the end of all of mine. I don't know where he's coming from, but
that's funny. Yeah, it's it does it super quick. Even if you're like you're prepared for it, like if you are a half a second too late, then it does that. So yeah, thank you for that reminder. I will create just like I said, a kind of a blank, something that just says forever pack, you know, backdrop. That will give you 30 seconds to end it. So that's really it. I don't want to like spend too much, like it's already late and I know people were on the call before. Well, any other questions, or let me see if I can find.
Jennifer, did you say you're going to do a watch party every day initially?
For the next week. I was talking to Dave. I'm just gonna do 8:30 Eastern, right? Starting tomorrow night, just to get like all of like the bulk of the content out there, so it's all residing in Forever Pack for you.
Cool.
And then that way, those theories will just be easier to share. But I just wanted to show and that's probably, you know, I would imagine what most people will do. That's like the most duplicatable things. But I do know there's a lot of leaders on this call that might want to do things a little bit differently, right? Or, you know, like Jojo said, have your own personal video or something introducing it. So hopefully everyone knows like how they can do that and where they can access the stuff now. And like I said, in Forever Pack Business, I'm going to upload that tutorial document. I'll also put it in the unit section of the Forever Pack group too, and I'll put it in the file section of Forever Pack Business. That way it's just, it's there for everyone. But yeah, any other questions, or was anything like unclear or confusing? I think it's all kind of confusing until we kind of just do it a little bit.
Does Chase know how to do watch parties already?
He's close. He does sit here with me, and he likes to see himself in the video recording, and
that's awesome.
And he's getting better at saying telomere. So
cool. But I just quickly, I want to thank you for all your effort. I think this is phenomenal, and you know, you're helping so many people. So
yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, so any questions, people are going to have questions. Please ask them. Please just, like I said, throw them in Forever Pack Business, and then tag me, and, you know, myself, or, you know, anyone else who knows the answer can just like contribute, because I think we'll all have a bunch of questions like through this initial, you know, process of getting stuff out there. So.
Awesome. Jen, I just wanted to add one more thing. I don't know if I come up or not. I can still see you, but I like to share this when we have so many leaders on the same call, that we had 100 new people enter this page this week from Monday to today. And so, you know, I just encourage all of you guys are on this call, you're all leaders, you've got, you know, interest in building your business. Please feel free, if there's something that you want to add to the page, add content. If there's an article that you find, you know, share, you know, you using these products in your life. Because every time that you're either tagged in something or you post something, all of your people will see it, right? They'll get notified that you posted in Forever Pack. So I just want you guys all to feel like this is your page too. And I know Jen and Dave and Jojo and everybody feels that way. So please don't be shy. You don't have to do lives and go crazy, but if there's something, you know, that you really love, please do it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you for that reminder. Yeah, because as Crystal said, like everything that you do and contribute to is going to create those notifications for all the people that you've also invited into the page too. So it does like amazing things for your business building and your prospects when you're not only adding people, but then you're, you know, doing some content, you know, new content creation from time to time. Because you really want to be the original content post. So there's so many different things. And if you need ideas on, you know, types of things to share and so forth, like those are also really great questions to put into Forever Pack Business. But we should, and actually, if you go in the unit section of Forever Pack, I do post some of those links of like isagenixhealth.net, Isagenix podcasts, you know, even just Isagenix Facebook page. They have there's always a lot of good stuff there, like notifications. And I think what people honestly love the most is just like the personal stories, right? Of like how you're using stuff, right? And incorporating family and kids and that sort of stuff too. So, yeah, so anyways, I'm excited to see where this goes. And I hope that it can really help everyone here grow their business this year. So.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for all your hard work.
All right. Good night.
Night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you all.